let's talk about how to run ads on Nextdoor. So many of you know what Nextdoor is. Nextdoor is a platform where you can discover things in your neighborhood. So this is just like a social platform like Meta, like YouTube, right? But it's different. It's basically for your neighborhood. So it's interesting. They have tons of active users. They have 45.9 million weekly active users. So that's a lot of people using Nextdoor. So as a marketer, I want to advertise my product on Nextdoor, right? It may work, it may not work, but it is always good to test a different platform. So I have a link here that I'm going to run ads to, and I have already set up some campaigns here on Nextdoor. And as you can see, they are pending review right now, and each ad group has multiple different ads. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 ads. So I'm going to show you how I did this. I'm also going to show you how you can set up one yourself from scratch as well. So let's create a new campaign. Now, depending on what you want to do, you can run brand awareness, website visits, lead generation, website conversions, right? Brand awareness is for people who want more people to see the ads, right? You just want people to see the ads. You're not expecting for clicks. You don't care what kind of visitors it is. You don't care much details. You just want them to see the ads, right? You just want to get your brand out there. For example, let's say you're in Boston, you have a new restaurant, then you may run a brand awareness ad saying like, hey, we just opened a new Chinese restaurant. Come check us out, right? So you can run ads like that as well. Website visit is you just want to send people to your website. Lead generation is you want to get qualified lead. You want to get appointments. You want to get calls, right? So those are the things. And conversions is you want people to go to website and then buy things from your website. And you want Nextdoor to know that those people bought. And this is important because if you can get people to buy from your website, Nextdoor will know what kind of people buy from your website so that it gets better in sending you those kind of customers. So this is the one that I like the most. But depending on different situation, I do use different things as well. So the next thing that you need is a Nextdoor pixel. So I'm going to set up conversion ads, but you need a Nextdoor pixel. So if you were to set up, let's say brand awareness, as you can see, there is no Nextdoor pixel. You don't need that. For lead generation, you don't need that. For a website visit, you don't need that. But for website conversions, you need a Nextdoor pixel. All right. So let's hit next. Okay. And I'm going to type conversions because that's what we're going for. Conversions. You can type brand awareness, website visit, lead generation, and then I'm going to optimize for purchase. Okay. You can optimize for add to cart. You can optimize for page view, lead. There's a whole bunch of things, but I'm going to optimize for purchase. This comes in the second phase, which I will show you now. Now, this is where you create a ad group. There is United States. Okay. There is state. You can choose different things. Now, for me, I'm going to run ads on entire location. All right. So I'm going to run United States, but if you wanted to, let's say, do Boston. Okay. Actually, you have to select a state. So let's do Massachusetts. So you can do that. You can select a state, right? You can also select a city, right? So if I wanted to do, you can select a state. You can select DMA. You can select postal code, right? So so that's one of the zip code that you can target. So you can do a lot of different targeting here. I'm going to go for the entire state. So I'm going to remove everything because I'm going after everyone in the US. All right. So you can do home location or current location. It doesn't matter, to be honest, as much. Home location is where they actually live, and Nextdoor doesn't know most of the time. So even if they know, it's not going to be accurate. So I don't think it matters as much, to be honest. So I just do all. In terms of demographic, this is where you can select different groups, right? So what I like to do is just leave the devices all. Here, we're going after people with the money a little bit, right? So I want to select at least the top percent, right? I don't want the lower 50%. I want the top percent, right? So I'm just going to say top income. And I'm just going to leave area, homeownership, all. For us, I'm just going to leave both male and female. And in terms of age, I'm going to do 35 plus. So I'm going to select everything from 35 plus. So I'm just going to type 35 plus. Okay. So now this is where you can select your interests. Okay. So this is all the interest you have. They have pretty limited interest, to be honest. So this is all the interest you have. So again, hopefully that is the interest that you're looking for. So let's do this. I'm going to go after home services. People with money order home services. So I think it's fine. And then daily budget. Okay, this is important. They have a daily budget of $1,000. Like they want you to spend $1,000 per day. I'm not going to spend $1,000 when I don't know how much money I'll be making. So I always start my campaign as low as possible, which is $10. You cannot have anything less than $10. All right. So that's a minimum budget. So they want you to have a daily budget of at least $100. Again, Nextdoor makes money through advertising. The goal for them is to spend more money as possible, right? But it doesn't serve me. I will only spend more money if I'm getting customers. Okay, if I'm not getting customers, then I'm not gonna advertise. All right, so I'm going to set at $10 per ad group. All right, optimize for clicks. We're gonna do auto bid for now. Okay, you can do max bid, but that's a little advanced. Frequency cap default. Start time, I always start my campaigns at midnight, so we're gonna do 11:59 tonight. Okay, and then they'll run for a month, and then the placement is newsfeed. That's what we have. So time picker is basically when do you want to run your ads. So you may only say, I only want to run my ads on Monday and Wednesday from, let's say, from 9 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. because that's when my restaurant is open and that's when I want people to see my ads. Hey, you could do that and that's totally possible, all right? So, but I'm not going to do that. Next, this is where you create the ad, okay? If this is your first time, it will ask you to upload a logo. It will ask you to upload your company name, right? It will ask you to do a whole bunch of different things. You would have to put a headline in here. You would have to put a description in here. You would need to put a offer text. There's a whole bunch of things, right? So let's do one. So you need to upload a logo. So make sure you have a logo. If you have a business, then I'm guessing you have some kind of logo. Let's add media. So this is the images that you're going to be running ads from. What is your image ads? Okay, so I'm going to select this one. Now I just cancel that because the image needs to be 1200 by 628 pixels. That image that I just selected was 1080 by 1080. So it's not the perfect size. So make sure you have the right size. But I'm just going to crop this image. It will allow you to crop the image, okay? But if you have designer or somebody in the team who is designing the images, then have them design images in 1200 by 628 pixels. That will be perfect. It will fit perfectly here. So I'm selling a book and I'm going to give it a headline. So this is going to be my headline. Even judges could not access those invisible assets. I'm going to give it a description. Description is basically where you can have more details, a long form kind of copy, right? So I'm going to get some from our meta ads. I'm going to copy the description that we have there and paste here. You cannot have emojis, so make sure to not have any emojis in there. Okay. One of the cool things is that you can also add city name. So you can add city with this. All right. So imagine losing everything you have worked for one bad lawsuit. Okay. I'm not going to add that, but you can add a city, you can add neighborhood to increase basically, to get more people to click your ads basically. So you can have the text here as well. So I'm going to, let's say, Bulletproof Trust. That's the name of our guide. You can have a button text. One of the cool things is that they also give you custom text. So for most of the people, you can do learn more, right? But you can also do buy now, shop now, sign up, apply now. There's a whole bunch of things, right? I'm going to do start reading, okay? I'm going to do start reading because I'm selling a book, right? So I want people to read the book. So I want them to feel like they can start reading now. And that's the link that I just copied, that this is where we're going to run ads, okay? So that's the link we're going to run ads to. And let's give this ad a name. So I'm going to call it Red Image, and you can give it a name, whatever you want. So that the headline was even judges. Copy is imagine losing. I'm just going to write, and then offer text is Bulletproof Trust. Okay. I'm just going to give it like short name so I know basically. And you just do next. All right. And now you have the campaign ready. So if it's ready, if this is your first time, then it will ask you to add your credit card information. Okay, if this is your first time. If this is not your first time, then you can just hit publish. Okay, so make sure to add your credit card to launch your ads and then hit publish. So that's how you create your ads in Nextdoor. That was just one campaign, one ad group, and one ad. You can have multiple ads in one ad group. You can have multiple ad group in one campaign, and you can have multiple campaign in one ad account. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So I have this campaign here called phase 1 conversions. When I go here, you will see I have multiple different ad groups. Okay, this is called ad groups. Okay, and if I click on finance, you will see I have multiple different ads. Okay, so this is the one that we just created, and there is only one ad group. So we only created one ad group. Okay, when I go in here, there is only one ad. Okay, so if you want to create multiple ads, this is how you do it. I recommend having at least 2 or 3 ads in one ad group. So make sure to select your best ads. Okay, you're gonna go to ad group first. Okay, so you're in ad group. You're gonna click on create ad. Okay, when you click on create ad, it will start loading, and you come to the place where you can create the ads. Okay, so you can follow the same structure. Put your headline in there, description, your offer text, right? Your image. You can do the whole thing like I did. But I have a existing ad. So if you already have done this in the past, you can also use the ads that you have created in the past. Okay, so that you don't have to keep creating ads again and again and again. You can keep using the same ads. All right, so I have some ads, so I'm going to load. Okay, this is the ad that we just created. Okay, this is the ad that we just created. So it is now on my, I guess, creative folder. Okay, so now I'm going to select, let's do this ad. I'm going to select this ad, and when I scroll through it, as you can see, I cannot edit anything because this ad is just loading, right? I cannot edit anything. This is just uploading the ads that I already have. Okay, so I'm going to give this ad a name. I'm just going to call it BG Arrow. Okay, and I'm going to hit next, and I'm going to click on create ad. It looks like $10 here, but that's only for ad group. It's only $10 for ad group. So in the past, you only had one ad in one ad group, one ad in one ad group. So that one ad was going to spend $10. But now you have 2 ads. Let me show you my screen. Now you have 2 ads. So that $10 is going to spend $5 and $5. Okay, so that's how it is going to go. But if you want to create a third ad, just click on create ad, right? That's all it is. Click on load existing creative, and let's select this one. Confirm, simple, right? And then give it a name, scroll down, hit next. Now create ad. And as you can see, it is on pending review, that ad group, and all of my ads are on pending review. They do take time to review the ads to make sure you're not running any uncompliant ads. So make sure the ads are compliant, right? But it is going to get approved eventually, and then they will start running, they'll start spending money. Okay, so we have one campaign, one ad group, and 3 ads. What if I want to have multiple ad groups? Very simple. I just select the ad group and I duplicate. Simple. All you want to do is duplicate. You don't want to create new ad group from scratch. Just duplicate. The only thing that I want to do different is that I want to change a interest. We had home services. I want to try different interests. Okay, so there is finance interest. I'm going to do home security actually. Okay, create duplicate. Now when I duplicate ad group, it will also duplicate 3 ads it had. Okay, so when I click on home security, you will see I have 3 ads in there because I duplicated the ad group that brings the ad it had as well. Okay, I want to go to campaign and see what else. Okay, so I have those interests in my other campaign. Let's go to the campaign that I was working on. Let's duplicate once more, and I'm going to select a different interest, and this will be home improvement and DIY. So we're just going to do home improvement, create duplicate, and done. It's right here. I'm going to rename the campaign because I used a lot of home audiences. So I'm going to just say home group. Okay, you just want to give it a name. All right, that just helps you understand what the campaign was all about. I also like to give it a date. We created this campaign on August the 19th, 2025. So just give it a name and save update. And that updates our campaign name. Okay, so that's it. The campaigns are active. Okay, we have ad group, our ads are off because they're pending review. So it can take 24 hours, it can take 48 hours. Now we just wait for them to approve our ads. As soon as the ads get approved, they will start running right away. And we'll start spending $10 per day, okay? $10 per day per ad group. And remember, because we have 3 ad group, we're gonna spend $30 per day. So I hope this is helpful for you. If you have a restaurant, a small business, if you have e-commerce business, you have digital book, courses, coaching program, Nextdoor is a good place to run ads. And it is very simple. They make it super easy. And I think it's a good platform to run ads. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments and I will see you on the next video. Bye.